Double unders are so easy for me. I could probably do them with one arm. Oh, well, why don't you try it? Here. Well, how do you...
Hey, yo, what the f?
We use jump ropes at CrossFit gyms all the time. You can do a single under when it passes underneath your legs once or twice. That's called a double under, like this. Now, I smoke double unders in my sleep. I can do it in burks any time of day. Most people struggle using two arms. So I figured, what better way to challenge myself than try to do 500 with one arm?
2 weeks ago, I was at an event where there was people competing with one arm, no legs, people in wheelchairs, multiple sclerosis, cerebral palsy. There was 29 different divisions. You're probably wondering, Rolo, where the f were you where all these people were competing? Well, I'll tell you, I was at the Adaptive CrossFit Games. While I was there, I met this guy named Henry, and he lost his arm 22 months ago. Want to know how? Listen to him tell the story.
Yeah, so I was working on a remote cattle station in Australia. And on my last week, we were using a hydraulic post rammer, which is a big weight, this big, 185 kgs. And my arm was caught between that and a stainless steel post, completely crushing my forearm. Now I was 8 hours from hospital. So I tied a makeshift tourniquet out of a t-shirt, ripped the t-shirt in half and tied it as best I could. Got my mate to pull it even tighter. And then 8 hours later, the journey began of us getting to hospital. It took an ambulance, a helicopter, and then that night it was amputated.
Now, this was only 22 months ago. His arm was amputated, and he's already here at the Adaptive CrossFit Games competing at the highest level he can. Now, if you want to hear his entire story, I actually did a behind-the-scenes video of the entire Adaptive CrossFit Games. You guys can go check that out. Only being 22 months from amputation, it got me thinking, how the heck did this guy go from getting his arm amputated and learning how to modify everything to be able to compete at the highest level? Something we don't probably think about is now you don't do double unders with two arms. You only have got one arm. So you got to use a different jump rope. But using a different jump rope means you have to relearn how to do something as simple as jumping rope. I'm pretty good at jump rope. I can do 400 double unders unbroken. You could wake me out of my sleep. It could be 3 in the morning. I'm doing 100 double unders unbroken with no issues at all. Right now, I could go in the garage, grab my jump rope and do 150, 200 double unders without batting an eye. So how hard could doing 500 double unders with a mono-rope be?
Hey, yo, what the f?
So I decided, what better way to find out than by literally doing it? So here I am in the garage cleaning up. We know that if there's anything on the ground and it hits your jump rope, you're tripping up and you're going to be really frustrated and it's going to whip you in the back and then your butt's going to hurt and then your back's going to hurt and you're going to whip yourself in the toes and it's not going to be a good time. And then we're going to start marking the whiteboard. Each one of these tallies is 10 double unders.
Nice.
So I've used the mono-rope 1 or 2 times at a CrossFit event and I think I did, 4 double unders with it. I'm pretty good at double unders. You thought you were good at double unders, you freaking idiot. Let's see how using one arm goes. Shout out to RX Smart Gear, and then Equip Products is the one who gave it to me. We got the grip in the middle. If you had to choose which arm to try 500 single arm double unders with, which one would it be? Now we are doing it for time. When we have my completed time, we're gonna challenge some other athletes. So comment down below who you think we should challenge. 3, 2, I wouldn't be able to do this if I had one arm. This is gonna be a long day.
Karma's got a thing for me. We hold hands, make us keep the receipts. Karma, she's my best friend. One step closer, here's how it ends. Karma's got a thing for me. You see, you'll be digging up 6 feet. Karma's never let me down. My smile will kill when I cut you out.
As you guys can tell, single unders weren't even happening right now. I was getting really frustrated, and getting the rope started, I had no idea what to do.
Getting it started is really hard.
It's karma!
This is the exact moment where I thought, I think I'm going to start in front of me instead of behind me like a regular jump rope.
I think I'm going to start in front of me instead of behind me like a regular jump rope. 1 down, okay. 499 to go.
Now, I decided to do a time lapse because if not, you guys are going to be bored watching me fail so many reps. Like, I'm pretty sure I whipped myself in the face, I whipped myself in the back, I whipped myself everywhere, and I got like almost no double unders per 10 jumps. 5 minutes in, I've officially done 10. My calves are for sure about to get wrecked, and 490 to go. Now, what I started doing is every time I erased 10, I would write the time at which I finished. So at the end of the video, you guys are actually going to see at what time intervals I was able to complete 10 double unders. And I did actually get better and a little bit more efficient, but not without absolutely wrecking myself. 40 in, we're 12 minutes in. I'm keep hitting my shoulders on either side. So the double under I'm getting, but I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna record myself in slow motion with my phone and see what can I do to improve. All right, so I'm rewatching the slow-mo here. As you guys can see, the firsts are pretty good, and then all of a sudden the rope starts going in a different direction and it hits me. As you guys can tell, I was losing my absolute shit at this point. I was about 12 minutes in and I had only done 40 double unders, maybe 45 double unders. So I figured, you know what? I should reach out to the person that I know who is incredible at double unders, and they have one arm, and that's Victor Asaf.
I heard you were about to do like 500 double unders with the mono rope. First of all, that's a lot. Second of all, you need to understand something. Try to relax your shoulder. Keep your wrist at your waist level. Try to keep that halo above your head. Jump high. Keep that tension with the jump, so the jump is making the work. Good luck, dude.
I was reinvigorated. Thank you, Victor, for the message. He also sent this to me on Instagram of him doing this absolute savage start to the jump rope. He kicks the rope. What even is that? Who does this? And that's a Zeus rope, which is extra heavy. I was excited to get back to it and disregard how my calves were feeling and continue on this 500 double under challenge. That last one was probably the best attempts I've had so far. We are 18 minutes in. I want to show you guys. I feel like I can get the next 10 unbroken. Let's go. All right, that's not a good start. Here we go.
Hey, yo, what the f?
Yeah, there you go, last 3. At this point, guys, my legs were burning. Every jump was brutal. And as you saw in the last few clips, sometimes I couldn't even get the single unders to start my attempts. But then there was hope. Check this out. Pow. We're 30 minutes in. I am feeling shaky. So I got some dates. Mentally, getting pretty crushed, to be honest. When I did a regular jump rope, I would whip myself in the back. I'm whipping myself in the head a lot with this rope. We're at 140. Oh, fuck. I so badly want to show you guys like a big set, because I have gotten a few sets of like 12 or 13. I need to do 8 more reps to be at 200. You know, to be honest, it wasn't going that great, but then tragedy struck. Uh-oh, calf is... I don't know if I'm pulling my calf or if I'm just gonna cramp. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna have to stretch that one out, guys. I think I just pulled the calf. 1 away from 200, and there's no way I'm quitting. Yo, guys, look at my watch right here. This is how long it took me to get to 199 double unders with the mono rope. At 199. Now, the goal was 500. There's no way my calves can take any more of this. I'm gonna have to retry this, but I have to do at least 1 more rep so we can be at 200. 200. 43.28. And here you go. Here's all my splits. 5 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes, 11 minutes, all the way to 43.28. That is a lot of attempts, guys. It is a lot of attempts, and I actually am pretty bummed that I wasn't able to complete this. But 200 double unders for time, 43.28. Now, I do want to challenge some people. I'd love to challenge Andrew Hiller, Colton Mertens, and anybody else who would be willing to grab a mono rope, or I'll send you one, and try 200 mono rope double unders with no practice for time.
It's okay to hurt your voice screaming